Good morning and welcome back to another episode of Help by Bought a Farm for Farming Simulator 22. In today's video we're going to be addressing the mystery that is oilseed radish. You might have noticed in your game that there's not any equipment for harvesting oilseed radish, and there's not any factories for processing oilseed radish. So what the hell do we do with it? The short answer is that it is absolutely useless. We don't need it. Just switch the video off and don't bother having oilseed radish in your game. However, that answer is unacceptable, and I'll give you the long-winded version instead. Oilseed radish is used as a fertilizer. And up here I have a little experiment. Now, a couple of good things about oilseed radish is that it doesn't spoil, it won't wither, and it will prevent weeds from coming through in your fields. So the idea is that you plant the oilseed radish and then you cultivate your soil. So here I've ploughed some soil. You see here we've got oilseed radish that's got 0% fertilised. And here I've ploughed my field and we now have 50% fertilised. It also works when you cultivate the field. Just give it a second to stabilise there, 50% fertilised. But it doesn't work when you mulch it. Yeah, 0% fertilised there. Now, when is the best time to use the oilseed radish as a fertiliser? Oh, good question. If we take a look at the crop calendar, and let's assume that you play the game with the seasonal growth switched on. And we'll take a look at the crop calendar, and just as I've done here, let's say you have harvested your corn in November and you don't really want to plant any other crops in there. You prefer to keep corn, but you can use another crop if you wish, but you prefer to keep corn. We're not interested in cotton at the moment. We're going to go with either some sort of wheat or grain or corn. That leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months before we can actually plant corn again. 4 months before we can plant any sort of crop. So what do we do with the field in the meantime? It's going to get weeds. It may or may not need fertilised. So if we take a look at the filters here for weeds, we take a look down on my field number 76. We can look and see if it needs fertilised, and you can see here where I've either cultivated or ploughed the soil with the oilseed radish. I've got some fertiliser, but the rest of it's not fertilised. Sometimes it will tell us if the field needs ploughing or if it needs lime. So the best time to use your oilseed radish is right before you're due to do a bit of work on the field to plough it and remove the stones. So right after I've harvested my corn, I'm going to plant the oilseed radish straight away, and I'm just going to leave it in there until April. And then I'll plough my field. I'll start looking after my field. I'll plough it, remove the stones. I'll add the lime, and then as soon as I'm done with that, I can then plant my corn. Now, the oilseed radish only gives us one layer of fertiliser, which leads me to believe that you might as well just use 2 layers of fertiliser, because you're still going to have to add 1 layer of fertiliser if you want to get that 100% bonus. That's the general idea behind the use of oilseed radish. However, why bother using oilseed radish? It's not going to make us any money. Yes, it's going to protect the field from weeds. We still need to remove the stones, we still need to add lime, and we can't harvest it, so we can't make any money from it. You'll notice that we can only plant oilseed radish up until October. So, I would suggest, once you've harvested your crop, while you're waiting for it to become season for planting that crop again, is that you plant some grass. Now, grass takes 4 months to grow. 5 months you'll get a better harvest, but you can harvest it in 4 months. And it does exactly the same thing. You can see here, where I've ploughed it, we get the 50% bonus, exactly the same as the oilseed radish. Let's take a look at the calendar again. So let's say we harvest our corn in November, and we plant grass instead of the oilseed radish. We plant oilseed radish, it'll be ready for ploughing again in December. But let's say we plant grass. 1, 2, 3, 4 months. 5 months brings us to April. You can harvest your grass, you can sell that grass, keep it for silage, and then plant your corn straight away. And all you need to do then is add 1 more layer of fertiliser. So there we have it, folks. Hopefully I did a good enough job explaining oilseed radish, the pros and cons of oilseed radish. Any questions, please leave me a comment and I'll try to answer them if I can. But that'll do me for today. Thanks for watching, thanks for staying this long if you're still here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, goodbye for now.